Hello and welcome to your yoga flow for hamstrings. This is an intermediate flow that you can do to loosen up the hamstrings and also strengthen. If you have two blocks, go ahead and grab them because they'll probably be useful for this. We'll begin at the back of the mat, so go ahead and bring your hands together at heart center. Stand tall. And as you inhale, reach your arms up overhead, stretch through the whole body, and then as you exhale, come down to your forward fold. On an inhale, bring your hands to your shins and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, go back to your forward fold. Now inhale, reach your arms, go back to your full body stretch. And then exhale, bring your thumbs to heart center. Again, inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale this time, place your hands down. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold for a twist. We'll reach the right hand to the ceiling. Bend your left knee so you get a stretch in the back of your right leg. Keep the wingspan big. And then we'll set the right hand down, reach the left hand up, and same thing, big expansion across the chest and the upper back. Bend the right knee, and then we'll set both hands down. Walk the hands to the top of the mat so you can come into your downward facing dog, and we'll floss out the shoulders a little bit here. So roll forward into a high plank. You might have to move the feet back a touch, and then lift the hips up and back to down dog. Again, inhale, glide to a high plank position, and exhale, pike the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Again, inhale, high plank. Beautiful. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, down dog. Good, now look between your thumbs, start to walk your feet towards your hands so you can come to your fold at the top of the mat. Inhale again, hands to shins, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. And again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale down, forward fold. Lift the right hand high, twist, set it down to switch. Inhale the left hand high, and set it down. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and plant the palms. We'll step back to a high plank here to go through a runner's lunge. I'm just rocking a little bit forward and back on that back foot. We'll set the right knee down, lift the arms up. And release your hands behind your head and then open up the chest. Big stretch across the arms, the collarbones. Good. Set the hands down. This is where your blocks might come in handy. You can frame your front foot with the blocks as we come into our half split, straightening out that left leg. Lift your chest for a moment to create that length in your spine, and then we'll bow forward into that space. And now go ahead and round the back. Let the head drop down towards the leg. Keep your breath slow. We'll re-bend that left knee. You might keep your blocks there. If you don't want them, you can set them off to the side. And we'll tuck the back toes under, lift up to a high lunge. Set the right heel down for warrior two. And look out over the left fingers. Set your left elbow on top of your left thigh as you reach your right bicep up by your ear so you come into your side angle. And then we'll come back through warrior two for reverse warrior. Right hand down, left hand rises. Good. Cartwheel the hands down to frame your left foot. Coming into a twist, lift the left hand high, big inhale. And then exhale, set that left hand down. Right knee comes back to the mat. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, land your palms either on the blocks or on the floor for your half split. Bow the head forward and then re-bend the left knee. Good. Step back to your high plank. Going through a flow, bend your elbows lower down. On your inhale, lift your chest, low cobra or up dog. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Tailbone lifts high, stretch through the spine. Step your right foot between the palms for the same thing on the other side, now lowering the left knee down. Again, you might use the blocks here, so if so, frame the foot. Inhale, lift the arms up. Interlace the hands behind the head, open up the elbows. Sweet. release the hands down to the ground. Straighten out your right leg, coming into your half split here. Flex your toes towards your shin. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale to bow forward over that leg. So again, letting the head relax, let the neck relax. You can do this without your blocks too. Do keep that front foot flexed, so you're pulling the toes towards the kneecap. Pressing the top of your left foot down. Rebend the knee, inhale, reach the arms up. Tuck your back toes under to lift to your high lunge, and then we'll set that back heel down, open up to your warrior two. Looking over your right fingertips. Set your right elbow on top of your right thigh as your left bicep comes up by your ear. On an inhale, we'll take it back to reversed warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot. Set your back knee down, inhale, low lunge. Exhale to lower the hands, straighten out the right knee. And again, making sure you flex those right toes, bow forward, rebend, and then we'll lift the right arm coming into our twist. Spread across the wingspan. And set your right hand down, bend the back knee, step to your forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, deeper forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, look up past your hands. And as you exhale, bring the thumbs to heart center. We're gonna step to a wide-legged stance. Go ahead and step on through the long edge of your mat or to the long edge of your mat. Extend your arms. Bow forward halfway. And then you're gonna set your left hand on your low back, right hand on the mat to turn your chest towards the wall at the top of your mat. You might lengthen through the wingspan here if you want to take it deeper, and then we'll set the left hand down to switch sides, lift the right hand high. The hand on the low back can help if the low back feels a little bit tight. Set the right hand down. Flip the palms so your fingers face the wall behind you and start to crawl the hands deeper between the legs. Now this is going to be where you're going to stay if you're not moving deeper or moving towards your inversion practice. If you want to move towards headstand, separate your feet a little wider, create your tripod. You might grab your block here if the crown of the head doesn't make it all the way to the ground. Place your block under your head, and that will be your next step between lifting the feet off the ground. We won't lift the feet off the ground with the block, so if you're not using your block and your crown comes all the way to the ground, go ahead and place your crown on the mat, lifting the legs up into your headstand. If you're not practicing headstand today, don't let this part trip you up. So stay in your wide-legged forward fold. Keep the block under your head if you're working towards headstand, because that's going to be the necessary step to be able to eventually get to that point. If you have the feet up, go ahead and lower the feet back down, coming back to a forward fold. Walk your hands forward. Sweet. Bring the hands to the hips. Press the feet down to rise up with a flat back. Fix your glasses if you need to, if you're me. Good. And then we're going to come into triangle pose. So bringing your left hand far forward, set the left hand down inside of the calf, look up toward your right hand. If that doesn't feel okay for your neck, you can also look down past your left hand here, or you could just look straight forward. But try to keep the spine, the neck rather, a long extension of the spine. Good. Rebend your left knee, come back up to your warrior two. And we're going to switch sides. So straighten out the left leg, pivot around to face the back of your mat. Good. As you tuck the right hip under the left hip, we'll bring that right hand forward and down inside of the right calf. Again, making sure the neck is an elongation of your spine. You can look up or you can look down here, but do keep the wingspan nice and long, core engaged. Cool. Rebend your right knee, rise to your warrior two. Coming back to the front of the mat, step to your high plank to go through your flow. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale, low cobra or your up dog, and then down dog with your exhale. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Bring your back knee down to the ground and inhale to lift the arms up. Bring your hands to heart center for a twist. We'll take the opposite elbow outside of that front knee. Rotate your sternum towards your thumbs and make sure that as you elongate through the spine here, you're pressing down into the top edge or the top of your back foot. Straighten out your right leg, and now either staying in that half split that we've been working with or going further into your full split. If you're going further into your full split, you might use your blocks here to frame your leg, and that'll give you that support in the elevation if the hips aren't all the way to the ground. In our full split and half split, regardless of which posture you're doing, make sure that you're working on square hips as well. So you're pulling that right hip crease back, you're pulling the left hip forward, and you're pressing down into all areas that are touching the ground. So if you have the top of that back foot down, press it into the mat. Slowly make your way out of that, very gently, take your time. And as you're ready, we'll bring the back toes under, lift to a crescent lunge. Good. Straighten out that front leg, step forward just a touch, and we'll set the hands down about 1.5 feet in front of that right foot to lift the back leg up. Strengthening the hamstring in your warrior 3. Set that left foot down. Good, and we'll take a rest here. Go ahead and bend your knees, come down to a seat for just a moment. You can hug the shins. Take a few really deep breaths through the nose. We'll do that same thing on the other side. So coming back up to stand, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Step your right foot back, lower that right knee to the ground, and on an inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Bring the hands together at heart center, this time right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Rotate your sternum towards your thumb knuckle. Keep pressing the top of your right foot down. That's your anchor for stability here. Breathe deep through the nose. Beautiful. On your inhale, lift the arms up. Place the hands to frame your left foot. Straighten out that left leg. And again, you might use your blocks here if you are approaching your full split or if you're staying in half split. The blocks can be very beneficial either way. I'm gonna grab my blocks here as I approach my full split. So very gently, if you are moving forward, slide that left leg to the top of the mat or past the top edge of the mat. Work on your square hip position. So as you pull that left hip back, the right hip pulls forward to meet it. Top of your right foot presses down, so keep that foot engaged. Beautiful. And if you're lifted for full split here, relax the shoulders down so the neck can be long. Keep breathing deep through the nose. Practicing this video weekly will be a great way to go deeper into your full split if that's something you're working towards. We'll go ahead and set the blocks aside and then slowly, gently make your way out. Lots of grace there with yourself as you move out of your half or full split. We'll lift the arms up. Good. Step your back foot forward just a touch to place your hands down, and we'll lift up, strengthening your hamstrings in warrior 3. Flex the right toes to the ground and then step that foot forward. Good. Again, come all the way down to the mat. Take a rest here, hugging the shins. Relax the forehead, the neck. Cool. This time we're gonna come all the way down to the ground. And again, hamstring strength is very important when you're working on flexibility. You wanna make sure that you're also strengthening. So we're gonna do a bridge pose here to engage the legs. As you press into your hands and your feet, lift your hips up. Coming into your bridge pose, really stamp the feet down. If the weight feels like it's mostly in one area of the feet, try to evenly distribute that weight to all surface area of the feet. Crawl your shoulder blades closer together, and then if you want the deeper chest opening, interlace your hands. Press the pinky side of your hands down, or if the palms are staying on the mat, press the palms down firmly. Good. Press the tops of the thighs to the ceiling. Have it be your feet driving down. That helps to elevate your hips. So feet drive down, hips rise high. Good, we'll come out of bridge, lift the heels, reach the arms overhead, and slowly roll it down, kind of like you're zippering your spine to the mat at a very slow pace. When your hips land, lower the heels. Good, take your arms out to a T position, lift the knees up, and then we'll cross the left knee over the right knee for a supine twist. Lower the knees to the right side. Good, and As you relax here, deep full inhale, sending breath all the way down to expand to the belly. And then as you exhale, think of gently drawing the navel back towards the spine. So it's a slow, light engagement of the core. Lift the knees back up to center to switch sides. You can scoot the hips to the middle, uncross the legs and send the feet up. Cool. And then switch. Cross your right knee on top. Scoot the hips to the right. Lower the knees to the left. Deep, full breath into the belly, expanding it out like a balloon. And then slow exhale, gently pumping the navel back towards the spine. Relax the neck, the throat. You rock. Lift your knees back up to center and again uncross your legs. This time, hug the knees to the chest for a cannonball shape. And slowly lower the feet to the ground, head and shoulders to the ground so you can extend the legs out long here. And relax. Take a few moments to lie here on the back. You can release any control over your breathing. Just let it come, let it go naturally. Feel the breath traveling all the way down into the belly. If you have more time to stay there, you can pause the video and take a few more moments on the back. Otherwise, slowly make your way up to a seated position. You can rock and roll along the length of the spine a few times. And then as you come to your seat, we'll just cross the legs in front of you. Bring the hands together at heart center as you sit tall. Take a moment to be grateful to yourself for taking out this time for you, for doing something positive, constructive. It was my honor to guide you through this class. I'll see you next time.